Brand value just cratered over 35% for one of fashion's biggest names. Sales plunged double digits for another. Across the luxury world, the brands you thought were untouchable are desperately discounting, sitting on unsold inventory, and watching their resale prices collapse in real time. These aren't struggling startups. These are names that had waitlists, celebrity worship, and cultural dominance. What happened? How did symbols of making it become brands people actively avoid? Today we're ranking 8 luxury houses experiencing catastrophic decline, from mild erosion to complete meltdown. And number one's fall from grace will absolutely devastate you. Let's get into it. Brand number 8, Coach Identity Crisis. That's the only way to describe what's happening to Coach right now. Throughout the 2010s to early 2020s, Coach perfected affordable luxury, the entry brand for first-time luxury purchasers. It symbolized upward mobility without breaking the bank. I'm climbing the ladder, I'm getting there. But then the bridge collapsed. Consumers made a brutal choice: trade up to Hermès for real status, or down to fast fashion for affordability. Coach got caught in no man's land. The secondhand market flooded with used Coach at rock-bottom prices. Why buy new when you can get the same bag for 70% less? Resale platforms show 160% increase in searches. But that surge doesn't signal demand. It signals desperation. Coach is now resale-friendly affordable, not exclusive luxury. The emotional shift is devastating. Owning Coach used to mean I'm climbing the ladder. Now it means I can't afford the real thing yet. The aspirational dream became a marker of limitation. Coach went from stepping stone to luxury to a stepping stone people leap over entirely, the bridge everyone swims around. But if Coach's crisis shocked you, wait until you see what happened when winter's most coveted status symbol melted into nothing. Brand number 7, Moncler. 2014 to 2020 was Moncler's golden era. The brand transformed puffer jackets into luxury status symbols. Sport meets glamour. Winter wear turned high fashion. Celebrities in cold climate cities wore Moncler as a sign of sporty affluence. The bulky silhouette became synonymous with wealth. That coat wasn't just warmth, it was announcing your arrival. Then market saturation destroyed differentiation. As puffers became fashion staples, cheaper brands offered similar looks for a fraction of the price. Fashion shifted toward lighter, less logo-heavy pieces. The move away from bulky statement outerwear left Moncler stranded like last season's trend everyone's already forgotten. Resale data shows demand for luxury outerwear has cooled significantly. When everyone's wearing the same puffer, no one's wearing a status symbol. Consumers asked, is a $1,500 coat worth it when a $300 one keeps? You just as warm? The emotional weight evaporated. Wearing Moncler used to announce I've arrived. Now it just says I bought an expensive coat. Moncler went from winter crown to just another coat collecting dust. The trend piece everyone bought but nobody wears anymore. And if you think a puffer jacket losing its prestige is bad, wait until you see what happened to Parisian romance. Brand number 6, Chloé. In the early to mid-2010s, Chloé defined romantic bohemian chic. Soft, feminine, aspirational. Celebrities favored it for off-duty model looks and red carpet softness. Effortless Parisian elegance. It whispered sophistication without screaming status. But fashion is brutal to romantics. Shifting tastes killed the boho romanticism aesthetic overnight. Fashion moved toward ultra-minimalist luxury or bold avant-garde. Chloé's soft femininity felt dated, precious, irrelevant. Overproduction reduced exclusivity. As the brand tried reaching more customers, it became less special to own. Economic pressure hit hard. Buyers questioned price to value on mid-luxury romanticism. The RealReal and resale platforms show Chloé absent from top movers lists. Brands like Coach saw resale surges. Chloé didn't. Industry commentary is clear. Overexposure and lost exclusivity hurt formerly fashionable houses. The whisper became a murmur. Chloé used to signal Parisian sophistication. Now it murmurs nice, but not special. The brand risks being perceived as premium high street rather than aspirational luxury. Fashion for people who don't understand fashion. Chloe went from silk gown poetry to cotton blend everyday wear. But if romantic luxury's fall was tragic, the next collapse is outright brutal. Brand number 5, Saint Laurent. The 2010s to early 2020s belonged to Saint Laurent. Slim fits, edgy monochrome aesthetic, high fashion rock chic. Celebrities, influencers, and fashion-forward crowds embraced YSL as the symbol of modern luxury and urban cool. It was rebellious, sharp, unapologetic. Wearing Saint Laurent meant you understood fashion at a level others didn't. Then the market pivoted and left YSL behind. Quiet luxury and experimental avant-garde designers captured attention. YSL's rock chic started feeling stale, predictable, safe. Macroeconomic uncertainties forced consumers to be more selective. Do I really need another black leather jacket? Internal overexpansion during boom years diluted exclusivity, flooding the market and reducing desirability. YouGov tracking from early 2025 shows significant drops in consideration for Saint Laurent. Slower sales growth is forcing heavier discounting. The brand that never went on sale now lives in the sale section. The edge evaporated. YSL used to mean I'm too cool for conventional luxury. Now it just means I shop at department stores. What was once rebellious sophistication became standard upper tier, a statement piece that stopped making statements. Saint Laurent went from a rock anthem everyone wanted to hear to elevator music no one notices. And if Saint Laurent's lost edge surprised you, the next brand's identity crisis will shock you even more. Brand number 4, Prada. The 2000s to 2010s belonged to Prada. Minimalist sophistication, quiet luxury meets trendiness, beloved by fashion-savvy consumers, celebrities, and influencers. The triangle logo bags, nylon backpacks, and leather goods symbolized aspirational cosmopolitan taste and understated wealth. Prada was the brand for people who knew, who didn't need loud logos because their taste spoke for itself. But overproduction diluted the exclusivity. As prices rose, volume increased to meet demand. Supply outpaced desirability. Consumer preferences shifted toward either hyper-luxury collectible exclusives from heritage houses or experiential luxury, making mid-tier luxury like Prada feel irrelevant. Economic pressure hit, rising costs, inflation. Consumers question the price-to-quality ratio. Broad industry reports show the personal luxury goods. Slowdown is hitting mid-tier brands hardest. Resale demand has softened significantly. Consumers are asking, why spend $2,000 on this when I can get Hermes or save my money? The quiet luxury became too quiet. Prada used to signal I have sophisticated taste without screaming about it. Now it signals I paid a lot for something no one recognizes. Invisible, meaningless, forgettable. The fashion equivalent of beige in a world that craves either black or neon. But if Prada's middle ground collapse concerns you, the next 3 will absolutely devastate you. Hold on. Before we get to the top 3, the brands experiencing absolute freefall, we need to talk about what's really happening here. This isn't just about individual brands making mistakes. We're witnessing the death of logo worship and aspirational overexposure. Every brand we've covered so far shares the same fatal flaw. They expanded too fast, produced too much, and became too common. The very thing that made them desirable, exclusivity, was destroyed by their own success. They won the battle and lost the war. But here's where it gets worse. The brands still to come didn't just lose exclusivity, they lost their entire identity. The quiet luxury trend, resale market explosion, and economic reality check created a perfect storm. Consumers stopped asking, can I afford this? And started asking, does this even mean anything anymore? Status shifted from visibility to invisibility. And the brands built on being seen, they're collapsing in real time. If you're fascinated by what's really happening behind the curtain of luxury right now, the price collapses, the identity crises, the cultural shift, hit that subscribe button, because what's coming in the top 3 is even more shocking. Let's continue. Brand number 3, Burberry, the 1990s to Tussaud. Thousands were Burberry's glory days. The iconic check pattern and trench coats symbolize classic British luxury. Refined, aspirational, safe. For decades, Burberry was a signifier of understated status and timeless style. You bought Burberry and passed it down. It was an investment in heritage, quality, permanence. But overexposure killed the cachet. The signature checks became so common, diluted by counterfeits and fast fashion knockoffs, that they lost all meaning. Walk down any street in the 2000s, and you'd see Burberry checks everywhere. Real, fake, who could tell anymore? Younger buyers shifted toward minimalism or newer trendy brands. Heritage brand classicism lost its allure. Macroeconomic headwinds reduced demand for conservative-style luxury. Forbes' 2024 to 2025 report delivered the verdict. Burberry dropped off the list of top-performing luxury brands. Resale platforms show lower demand for vintage Burberry items. Deeper discounts, fewer buyers. The brand is part of a broader luxury fatigue wave hitting heritage houses. The perception shift is brutal. Burberry used to mean I appreciate timeless quality. Now it means I'm stuck in 2005. The brand feels less aspirational for younger luxury customers who see it as their parents' choice. Outdated, overplayed, irrelevant. Burberry went from a timeless wardrobe staple to a dated trend piece drowning in thrift store bins. British heritage collapsed in flames. But if you think that's bad, Italian glamour is about to get obliterated. Brand number 2, Versace. Late 1990s, 2000s, and again in the mid-2010s. Versace was everything. Chic, flashy, sexy. The fashion house of confidence, glamour, nightlife, red carpets. Celebrities, pop stars, glam squad culture made the gowns, bold prints, and Medusa logos aspirational. Versace meant you weren't afraid to be seen. You wanted to be seen. You demanded attention. But oversaturation obliterated shock value. Bold Versace prints and logos became too common. Background noise at every party, every event, every Instagram feed. The global shift toward minimalist, understated luxury made Versace's maximalist ethos feel desperate, not desirable. Brand dilution through frequent diffusion lines, collaborations, and broader availability undermined prestige and rarity. When everyone can own Versace, no one wants to own Versace. Sales dropped approximately 15% year-over-year in late 2024. Then came the ultimate signal. Versace was acquired by another major fashion house in 2025 for $1.4 billion. Acquisitions like this indicate strategic repositioning after underperformance. Translation: the brand couldn't stand alone anymore. The flashiness that once commanded attention now repels it. Versace used to announce I'm bold, confident, unforgettable. Now it whispers I'm trying too hard. In a world embracing quiet luxury, Versace's loudness feels tone-deaf, desperate, embarrassing. Versace went from being the exclusive VIP table everyone wanted to a discount bin nobody touches. But even Versace's 15% sales collapse in acquisition can't prepare you for the absolute devastation of number 1. Brand number 1. Gucci, this is it. The most shocking luxury collapse in recent history. Not just a decline, not just a rough year, a complete catastrophic freefall. Gucci lost 35.2% in brand value. Let that sink in. Over 1/3 of the brand's value, gone in a single year. Industry reports show Gucci lost the most value among major fashion names. The worst performer, the biggest collapse. This is shocking because Gucci wasn't just popular, it was culturally dominant. From 2015-2019, Gucci defined an entire era, the golden era under creative directors who turned Gucci into a cultural phenomenon. Influencers, celebrities, fashion-forward youth. Everyone coveted the GG monogram, the Gucci core aesthetic. It symbolized maximalist luxury and bold status. Retail prices soared. Waitlists were common. And owning Gucci meant you were in. You understood culture. You had arrived. The brand was fashion. But then logo fatigue and oversaturation destroyed everything. The GG monogram became ubiquitous. Everywhere. Bags, belt buckles, shoes, accessories, even socks. What was once a bold status signal became common and played out. The trend shift toward quiet luxury made loud logos actively undesirable. Wearing visible logos became a sign you were trying too hard. Global economic headwinds hit aspirational buyers hard, the core Gucci customer, and they stopped buying. YouGov Brand Index shows a 25% drop in consideration scores between late 2024 and early 2025. Sharp decline in consumer interest. The share of U.S. consumers considering buying Gucci dropped noticeably. Social sentiment cooling. Resale demand softening. Waitlist disappearing. The buzz around the brand completely diminished. This is where the psychological collapse hits hardest. Gucci went from must-have status symbol that defines you to overplayed predictable choice that embarrasses you. Wearing Gucci used to mean you made it. Now it means you're trying to look like you made it, and everyone can tell the difference. The shift is visceral, immediate, unforgiving. Gucci's collapse represents the death of logo-driven aspirational luxury. For a decade, Gucci proved you could sell exclusivity through visibility, make the logo so desirable that ubiquity didn't matter. But they crossed the line. They proved the opposite. When everyone has it, no one wants it. The emperor has no clothes, and everyone finally noticed. Gucci went from being the cultural moment everyone wanted to be part of to the embarrassing trend everyone's trying to forget. Once a whisper of exclusivity that made insiders lean in, now background noise on every street corner. The overplayed hit song nobody requests anymore, and the DJ is desperately trying to bring it back. But the dance floor is empty. This ranking reveals luxury's identity crisis in brutal clarity. Exclusivity died from overexposure. Logos became liabilities. And consumers stopped buying brands. They started buying meaning. The future? Scarcity will return. Craftsmanship will matter again. Or the entire industry reinvents what luxury means. Which brand's collapse shocked you most? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want the deep dive on which luxury brands are rising while these fall, that's coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.